Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be must-have baby products. I decided to share this video a while back and I kept thinking, when do I want to share it? And the more I thought about it, I wanted to share it close to her first birthday or even possibly after her first birthday. At the time I'm filming this video is going to go up 4 days before she turns 1. And I'm thinking, that's a good time to share it because we've lived a year with the baby and all the stuff, and we know what is decent, and we know what we use, and we know what is basically a complete waste of money. So today I'm going to share with you 30 products that I think are must-haves. And I am going to kind of mention in this, I'm not going to include clothes. I'm not going to include diapers or wipes or bottles or anything like that. Because, or even passies, because every baby is different when it comes to that stuff. So, first thing is a pack and play, and as they get older, you're going to need a pack and play mattress. We got the Baby Trend pack and play at Walmart. I have found it on Amazon, and I will include pictures of these items. I'm sorry, the cats are playing. So, we got a Baby Trend pack and play, and it came with the diaper changing station and like the bassinet that they can sleep in when they are extremely little, like from newborn. The bassinet lasted us about 2 months. By 2.5 months, she was out of the bassinet. She was too long for it, and we had to purchase the pack and play mattress. And I'm not going to include, I am going to include the mattress because it is a breathable mattress. It's not that expensive, but it is breathable. It's not the one we bought, but it is the same brand. The one we bought, I could not find when I was going through these products or anything, and I don't know. I guess they must have discontinued it, but we have not had a problem with it. It's the same mattress. It's just, it's not the same mattress, but it's the same brand. So it's the same thing, basically. I'm also not going to include, hey, you need to buy these sheets or this. We also got a mattress cover just to keep it a little bit cleaner for blowouts and leaks and all that stuff, because that stuff happens. And I'm also going to add, none of this is in order of her age. It's just kind of in the order of what I thought. The next thing is a bouncy seat. Not every baby likes a bouncy seat. This baby likes to move and groove, and if you've watched my videos, you can tell Nevaeh likes to move and groove. So a bouncy seat comes in real handy, because we can put her in the bouncy seat, we can do stuff while she's in the bouncy seat and keep an eye on her, but we're not constantly holding her or constantly moving with her. The next thing was a bouncy chair. I did find a picture of one that is the same brand, but we were given our bouncy chair. My aunt had one from some kids she's taking care of, and they couldn't use it anymore, so she let us use it for her. I'm also going to say the bouncy chair only lasted about 6 months till she was out of it. Some of these things don't last long. But they're still nice to have. Is a bumbo seat. Do you have to buy the bumbo? No, because they are pricey. And I know some people are going to go, that's not expensive. I don't know why you keep saying this stuff is so expensive, because I'm going to be upfront and honest. Babies are expensive. That first year, it costs a lot. With all the stuff you have to buy, all the diapers and all the clothes, and it's a lot. So, yeah. But the bumbo seat, like, if you've seen the seats where you set your baby and helps teach them how to set up, basically the bumbo seat is the same thing. She was already practicing setting up by the time we got her the bumbo. So, and then we did have somebody give us one of those seats that helps teach them how to set up. By the time we got that thing, she was already setting up. I'm also going to include that we did buy a seat cover for the bumbo. It comes off if we feed her in it, but for the most part, we put her in the bumbo seat with the cover on it and strap her in. Do we still use it? We still do use it now, but not as much as we were. Okay, the next thing is a play mat. If you have wood floors or if you have carpet and you don't necessarily need it if you have carpet, but if you have wood floors like most homes do now, this playmat is a lifesaver. Now you don't have to get the big one that we got. We got the biggest size available. Like I said, and all the links for these products will be down below. So, yeah. It's quite pricey, but it has come in handy, and it folds up really nice, so it does travel well. The next thing is a play gym. Now, the play gym is for more when they're younger. We got it for more of like a tummy time thing, because I started tummy time as soon as we possibly could. And then as she got older, I went, okay, we need to buy a play gym so she can do tummy time and she can look at all this stuff and she can kind of just lay there and look. And then when she started learning how to roll over, it worked better too, because then she could play with the stuff on the top of it. And I don't think I didn't get any pictures of her using the equipment. I just got pictures of the stuff from offline, because it's just easier, or online. Because I was going through pictures going, okay, do I have a picture of her in her bouncy seat? And I do, but it's not a good picture. And do I have a picture of her on her playmat? I do, but it's not a good picture, and like all that stuff. So yeah. Okay, the next thing is a baby swing. This was given to us, and it was missing the mobile. It was missing other parts. It worked perfectly fine. It just didn't have the mobile attached. And there was something else that it was missing. But she outgrew it relatively quickly. So, yeah. If you want to purchase the baby swing, go ahead. She did like it. It's just she grew super fast, and by the time she was like 5 months old, she was out of it. I remember taking it apart right before Halloween. So, yeah, it lasted 5, almost 6 months. The next thing is a car seat. And I am mentioning this as a must-have product because obviously you need a car seat. But I'm mainly mentioning it because the one we got was a Graco, and it works great. It's lightweight. It's easy to take apart. It's easier to install in the car. Because I never thought about it. The number of times you install and uninstall a car seat is ridiculous. Unless you have 2 car seats. We don't. We just have 1. We got it from Walmart. I think that's where I found it. Some of the links are Amazon, some of the links are Walmart. That's not necessarily where we got all this stuff from. It's just where I found it. The next thing is a baby monitor. Now, I know people go crazy on these. We got a $20 monitor. It's it's no Wi-Fi. It doesn't have a camera, but it's got a base and it's got the monitor, and you can hear her well. You can get it with 2 monitors for a couple of dollars more, I believe, but we only need 1. And if you want to travel with it, you can, because it is so small. Next thing is a high chair. We got her a high chair. We bought it in July because it was on a really good sale, but we didn't start using it until August or September, when she was setting up really good on her own. But you do need a decent high chair. And this high chair is nice because it converts. You can clip it apart and just use it as the chair, and then you can use it as a table and chair later when she gets bigger. And I think that's going to be nice. Instead of having to buy her own little table and her own little chair, she's already got it, and we already purchased it with the high chair. Next thing is a walker. Like I have mentioned before, she is a mover and a groover. We started using the walker about 10 months, and she picked up on it within a week. We just kind of started putting her in it, and she tried to bounce in it like a bouncy seat. And when she realized, oh, I can't bounce in this thing, and she realized her legs could move, she got the hang of it pretty quick. But like I said, mover and a groover. So yeah, walker was a good thing. It was a must-have for us. The next thing was an activity table. I'm not going to list a whole lot of toys, and the toys I am going to mention are the toys that she loves. She goes for even now that she's older, and yeah. Like, the activity table she has was given to us, but I think I found the exact same one that I'm going to show the picture of and link. But she loves it because she can pull herself up to it and play with it. And when she was younger, we'd set her in her chair. We got her a koala chair for Christmas. And it was just the perfect height where she could sit in that chair and play with the table. The next thing is stacking toys. She doesn't stack them, obviously. Ow, sorry, my legs are falling asleep. But she does like to knock them over, and she does like to pick them up and look at them, and she's got an arm on her. If girl doesn't play softball, there's something wrong. But she's got a good arm on her, so she does like to throw them. We're working on that. But her favorite is the stacking rings, because if you undo the top one, because it sticks on really well, you loosen that up and you put her in front of it. She knocks it over and crawls after the rings and tries to catch them up. I think when she gets older, they'll be better for her, but she likes them right now, and the colors are awesome. And then I like to sit there and try and teach her with them. The thing is a pull string toy. Now, once again, this is something more for older babies, but she likes it. It rattles. She doesn't really pull the strings through, but she does chew on them. She is working on learning how to pull them through. I've noticed that the other day. But more or less, it's something she can take in the car seat with her, and it entertains her. Okay, the next thing is Frida Baby Nose Sucker. You need this. First time mom, second time mom, you need this. But I remember all my friends talking about how you need it and how it's great and it saves all the time and hassle of trying to use the ones they give you at the hospital. And it really does. She doesn't like it. Especially now that she's older, she doesn't like it. But it does come in handy. The next thing are crinkle books. She's always liked crinkle books. Because the colors, the noise, everything. But she especially likes them now. Sorry. And we got her a set when she was about 6 months old, and it's got teethers. The tails on it are teethers. You'll see, because that's the ones I'm linking. Because she chews on them, and it's another thing she can play with in the car seat. The next thing is more for the mom and not the baby. It's a hip seat carrier. You attach it to your waist, pull it as tight as you can, and then you set the baby on like a pocket thing, and it's really nice that way, and it supports the weight of the baby too, so all of the baby's weight is not on you, but you still have to hold her in this one. They do have ones where you don't have to hold the baby, but they are more expensive. But it was nice to have her when she was little. Now that she's walking, I don't think we'll ever be able to use that thing again. The next thing is the Haakaa Freeze. It basically you put baby food in it and you freeze it, and it's like a teether. It's a self-feed thing and teether. So yeah. But when she was first eating food and first started teething, it was great because we could hand her that and she could hold on to it, and or we could hold on to it for her and she could eat it, or she could just use it to teeth on. The next thing is a rattle slash teether. It's a rattle. One end's like a normal baby rattle, and the other end is a teether. She still plays with it even now at a year old, but she's still, or almost a year old. Her birthday's on the 25th. This is going up the 21st. So, yeah. I keep saying that because I hope if I keep saying it, it's going to sink in. But it has yet to sink in that my baby's going to be a year old. But yeah, she still chews on that rattle, so it's totally worth it. The next thing is a regular front carrier. We got this. We didn't use it quite as often as we should have, because when we got it, she was 3 months old, and she was at that point where she wanted to turn around and look at everything. And it says it's a front facing, where the baby can front face or face you, and it works better, honestly, if the baby faces you. But by the time we got it and started using it, because she wasn't super duper tiny anymore, she wanted to be front facing all the time and looking around. The next thing is, it's a banana. It's technically a toothbrush, but everybody I've ever met called it a banana teether. And it basically, because she loves it, she'll sit there for hours even now and just chew on that thing, especially if her teeth are bothering her. Next thing is a baby bathtub. And my only thing with mentioning this is that there are several different types of tubs. Not everybody's going to agree. We just got her a plastic bathtub, and it came with the infant net, to where you just laid the baby in the netting, and the water came up through the bottom of it, and you could wash the baby that way. I think she lasted a month with the netting, and then we used the bathtub up until probably November, and at that point we had to upgrade her to the sink because she outgrew the bathtub. But for the price of it, I think we got it for like $20. It was worth it, and she probably could have used it longer. She just didn't. She just doesn't want to set it like she's supposed to. And there's nothing wrong with bathing your baby in the sink. Okay, so the last thing that I have a picture of is a crib soother. I got her the Baby Einstein one with the fish and all that floats. And it's nice to have it when she wants to play with it and look at it. Or it's really nice because I did find a way to hook it to the pack and play where she can just lay there and watch it. But for the most part, she only wants to play with it when she's on her play mat. And we've taken it in the car once, and she showed no interest. When she's in the car seat, she's just kind of content. Put some music on the radio, talk to her a little bit, make sure she has something to chew on or a book, like a crinkle book to play with, and she's good. But of course, you don't have to get the Baby Einstein crib soother. Honestly, I think she's happy with her pack and play came with a little ball. And it plays music and sounds and vibrates and all that. And that's kind of a crib soother, and I think she'd probably be happier with that. But she does like the Baby Einstein crib soother. She just doesn't like it when she's sleeping or when she's laying in her pack and play. Because now that she can stand up and walk around when she's in that pack and play, that's what she's doing. Okay, so the next 5 things I'm going to mention are must-haves, but I'm not going to link them. I'm not going to share them because I don't have them here with me right now. And there are things you can find anywhere. There's not a specific brand you have to have. It's just kind of, you can find these anywhere. The first thing is zip or double zip sleepers. Always buy the zip. If you can find something with a zip, go ahead and buy it. Like the buttons are annoying. And especially when you're in a hurry or your baby's in a hurry. Because Nevaeh, it seems like she's always in a hurry. It's harder to button when she's kicking and moving and wanting to get up and groove. So yeah, the zippers, or especially the double zippers, so at night when all you have to do is zip up the leg and change them and zip it back down. And these are great for any age. The next thing are the sleep gowns. The only thing I'm going to mention is they make them all the way from 0, or all the way from newborn to 12 months. That's as high as I've seen them go. But I'm going to say about 2 months old, we stopped using the sleep gowns. It's great when they're super little, like when they're newborns and you're first bringing them home and you're changing them all the time. Totally worth it. But as they get bigger, I wouldn't recommend them. But they are a must-have for little tiny babies. The next thing is a diaper bag. And I'm putting this on here because yes, you do need a diaper bag, but I'm also mentioning it because the diaper bag we were given was a gigantic backpack. Like, it was huge, like this freaking big. And it has multiple pockets and a built-in changing pad that you can't remove from the backpack and all that. So it is used for a diaper bag, but it's just gigantic and it's not feasible. Get a normal size diaper bag or even a backpack. We use, most times we use a bag about this big, and it fits diapers, wipes, an extra outfit or two, a blanket, a burp cloth, some diapers, and formula. And maybe a couple little snacks that she can eat now that she's eating. But just get a normal size diaper bag. You don't need a bag bigger than you and the baby. Like, I swear, the backpack we were given, I could probably fit into it. Give or take, I'm only 5'2", so yeah. The next thing is, you need blankets. I don't care what anybody says. You need blankets. And you need a lot more than you realize because they get dirty, they get peed on, they get pooped on. You need blankets. Same as burp cloths. You need burp cloths. A ton of them. Like, she didn't have reflux or anything like that, but we still went through a whole lot more burp cloths than I realized, or than I ever thought you would actually go through. So, yeah. But that's going to be it for this must-have baby products video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If this video helped you, make sure you subscribe because I do share other baby content, and if you want more baby content, then let me know down below in the comments by telling me what you want to see. Other than that, Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.